Part 4 of my video, You Better Be Right. You stood up and said, this is our guy, we've moved on. That's a hell of a thing to do. We don't want one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and the best quarterback this franchise has ever seen. We don't want him anymore. He's over the hill. He's done. We need to move on. And we're doing what's better for the Green Bay Packer organization. I can respect a man taking that position, okay? But as a head coach and as a GM, you better be right. Because that's a bold position to take. To put your franchise, who was I'll say it again, one quarter away from the Super Bowl, losing to the eventual Super Bowl champions. To take that franchise and say, we're going to start over with this guy, Aaron Rodgers, unproven guy. Even though we still have access to the guy who took us there, we believe this guy, Aaron Rodgers, can get us over the hump. The train has moved on. What do you mean the train has moved on? Well, that means that you guys are still trying to win a Super Bowl, right? And you were a quarter away from winning the Super Bowl, so you think that now for us to take that next step, we got to let Brett Favre go. Not even so much as let him go. We got to deny him being able to come back and play for us or any team that we don't want him to play for, any team that faces us. We don't want him to play so much that we want you to look good from a PR standpoint, so we'll pay you not to play. That's what's so asinine. That's why I became I'm a Tampa Bay fan, and I've watched Brett Favre carve us to pieces for 16 years. I've watched that shit. So I know Brett Favre. But that's what's so asinine to me. This guy loves playing football. You guys tried to bribe. That's why I became a fan of his. When he turned the money down and said, I'll go, you know what? Playing in New York for the Jets, which the year before was one of the worst teams in the NFL. He brought them back to respectability last year. Playing injured through the last part of the season. Ended up a game away from taking them to the playoffs. You want to ignore that. He didn't have the 13-3 team. He didn't inherit the 13-3 team that Aaron Rodgers inherited. He didn't inherit the same playbook that Aaron Rodgers had known like the back of his hand. He came into a new system, into a new city, in a new situation, and was thrown in and did a damn good job considering the circumstances. Okay? But let me say this. Here's the main point. Packer fans who have a problem with Brett Favre, your problem should be on your coach and your GM. If you feel Brett Favre put them in a bad position, so what? Coaches and GMs are put in bad positions every day. It's the nature of the business. Coaches and GMs change personnel. Coaches change their starting quarterback whenever it's needed for the team. So to hurt Aaron Rodgers' feelings for another season or two, so what? So what? I can only look at the results of the Packer organization. I can look at the results of the two teams that Brett Favre has gone to, and both of them he's made both of them teams better with him being there. Can you say Aaron Rodgers has made the Green Bay Packers better without Brett Favre? Can you say that? Pull some shit out your ass. Oh, he's got better numbers, and if he wasn't sacked so much, and you sound like a politician. Trying to make an asinine decision like going to war with no damn weapons of mass destruction. Trying to make it make sense. Trying to make stupidity make sense. You look even more stupid. Oh, he's got a better passer rating in this. What the hell? You gonna count a passer rating when this guy ain't faced the Ravens defense, he ain't faced the Steelers defense, he ain't faced the only team that he faced. The only teams that Aaron Rodgers has faced this year that you can even call respectable is Cincinnati and Minnesota. And he lost to them both. He lost to them both. This is the NFL. Oh, yeah, he looked pretty good last week against the Detroit Lions. He looked good against the Cleveland Browns, the St. Louis Rams. Oh, Aaron Rodgers looked real good. Come on, man. Do y'all believe that, or are y'all being hypocrites? Or are you just stupid and don't know football? Or are you just so caught up in love with Green Bay that their coach can do no wrong? Their GM can do no wrong. Brett Favre has done more for the Packers than the coach and the GM combined. How dare you? You type of fans are an insult to the NFL, to football in general. Brett Favre goes out there for damn near 200 straight games straight as a quarterback and played through the cold, through the pain. You guys got the nerve to get mad at him because he wants to play football and he comes back to a team that you guys don't like? You know, if it was a better situation, Tom Brady had gotten hurt, or Tom Brady decided to quit football and Brett Favre came and played for the Patriots, or he came and decided to play for the Colts, and if the same scenario happened to Peyton Manning, then those are good situations for Brett Favre. But Minnesota was a quarterback away. It was the perfect situation for Brett Favre. Plays in a dome, knows the offense, knows the coach. Oh, but he shouldn't play there because he don't want to upset you Packer fans. You guys are sick. You're really sick. And I'm going to enjoy this is going to be my favorite season in a long time, because I'm going to enjoy him stick it to you guys with no Vaseline. So at the end of the season, you'll come to your senses and say, you know what, Mike McCarthy has to go. The GM has to go. If Brett Favre takes the Vikings deep into the playoffs, even to the Super Bowl, who's going to look like the idiots? Or you guys you're going to hold that silly-ass position, that asinine position, and keep calling him a traitor? It's working out for him. He's getting to do what he loves, play football. He's making $12 million this year. He plays in a dome. He knows the offense. The team is rallying around him, and the Minnesota Vikings believe in him now. They believe in him now. He's made that team a better team. So any idiot, you got to be an idiot to say that the Vikings are a worse team with Brett Favre. You have to be an idiot to think that Tavares Jackson gives them a better chance to. Whoever said that, you should lose your YouTube privileges for putting anything up to do with football. Because you're stupid. You're stupid. Whoever made that statement, you're asinine. You're absolutely asinine. The Green Bay Packers will not make it to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. They're going to have to retool their team. You can come up with all kind of excuses. They're basically the same team. They have basically the same defense, the same Pro Bowl players. They haven't lost anybody. The same offense, the same weapons that Brett Favre had. Do you believe that your Green Bay Packers will go 13-3 this year and go deep into the playoffs and win their division? No. That's what you guys did the last time you had Brett Favre for a full season. So if the train has moved on, it's moved on to where? To what? 6-10? 6-10? And I think you're 4-2 now. That's better. It looks to be better than 6-10, but you haven't played nobody. You get to face the Steelers coming up. You get to face the Ravens. Got to play Green Bay. Got to play the Vikings again this weekend. Let's see, because the coach and the GM do everything in their possible that they can. They're gonna go for it on fourth down. They're gonna maybe even kick onside kicks. They're desperate. The pressure is on them. It ain't on Brett Favre. It ain't on Brett Favre. All he has to do is win the division, and he will do. So I'm going to close this video out. This is part 4, which is the last part. I may do a video after the game on Sunday. But you Packer fans are literally probably shitting bricks. Admit it. You guys know. Y'all are shitting bricks. You're like, oh, shit, here comes that man again. He might just, oh, wow, oh, God. You're scared to death. You're scared to death he's going to come into Green Bay and kick you guys' ass again. You're scared to death. Because you saw what he did in Minnesota, and you're like, well, damn. If you really want to be honest about it, you guys are probably like, damn, damn, he looked pretty damn good. God, that's the Favre yeah, oh, wow. It's a 40-year-old quarterback handing you guys your ass. Handing you guys your ass. Well, my prediction is that he'll do it again. And please, some of you guys, be men and stand up and say, you know what, we were wrong. The Packers were wrong, and time proved it. Good night. This is the new Packer fan, new Viking fan. Good night.